If you are experiencing insulin resistance, then diabetes is already knocking on your door. And surprisingly, a good number of older adults in their 50s and above 60s are already dealing with insulin resistance unknown to them. And in case you suspect insulin resistance, then you need to start including these 10 foods in your diet to reverse it or to stop the insulin resistance. Number 1, guava leaf tea. You need to start taking the guava leaf, the guava leaf, boiling it as tea, a few of the leaves. And in some occasions, you can chew the tender leaves or the fresh guava in order to stop the insulin resistance. Number 2, cinnamon. Cinnamon helps our body to produce natural insulin. And so when you are suspecting insulin, use the cinnamon to cook your meals, or you can equally make tea out of it to help you to deal with it. The number 3 is cloves. Those tiny cloves, they are great in lowering your blood sugar, aiding digestion, and most interestingly, helping you to deal with insulin resistance. So when next you consume any food and you are suspecting, you are feeling that way, you better start to chew those tiny cloves. 2 or 3 is all you need. Don't take too much because it's a powerful herb. And not only the insulin resistance, helping you lower your blood sugar, it helps kill off bacteria, fungi, microbes, and a lot of other, agents that are working against you. Then number 4, you can also take apple cider, 1 tablespoon apple cider in water before your meal to help you to deal or stop the insulin resistance. Apple cider is very special, apple cider with the mother. Make warm water, take about 30 minutes before your main meal in order to stop or reverse the insulin resistance. The next is you can also chew some ginger or make ginger tea before your meal or even after. That's the good thing about it. You can take it before your meal or after. Then the sesame seed oil. Some of you may not be familiar with it. It's also very, very great if you take the sesame seed oil. It's an essential oil. A lot of you may not be familiar with it, but it's also great for this job. Then the next is the fenugreek seeds. These particular seeds, they are quite gentle. Some of these foods are very effective, very harsh, and they are very fast to deliver results. But foods like fenugreek oil or fenugreek seed, they are gentle and they are not so fast. So if you have very high blood sugar or you already experience insulin resistance and it's been with you for too long, you may need to go for other foods. The next is hibiscus flower tea. Hibiscus flower tea is known for its ability to help reduce the absorption of sugar from the carbohydrates into the food. In fact, it works both ways. It can manage the sugar coming in and then provide something like a barrier to reduce the rate at which it goes into your body. That is some people call it zobo. So if you are dealing with insulin resistance, you should make that red tea your friend. Remember that the red fruits are good for your heart. And one of the organs to guard against when dealing with insulin resistance and all the diabetes related issues is our heart, because our heart, it is the heartbeat of the matter. Then cold pressed coconut oil, yes, surprisingly is in the list. If you take little quantity of cold pressed coconut oil from time to time, gradually it helps because it aids metabolism. That is the essence. Food that can help to speed up your metabolism, kind of support your metabolism. That is the foods that helps with insulin resistance. Because when the insulin resistance comes, everything seems to be at a halt. That's what happens internally. Majority of us may not be aware of it. So taking insulin, cold pressed coconut oil, having it in mind that it's high in saturated fat, you can take a little. Half teaspoon delivers result. 1 teaspoon is okay for that. On empty stomach, and give it enough time because of the high saturated fat content. Remember, it is fat that helps you fight disease. The fat that helps kill pathogens, and then fat that helps your belly to burn fat, helps your body, particularly belly fat. Talking of the cold pressed coconut oil. Most healthy fats are also great, but particularly the cold pressed coconut oil. Then the sea salt is another often neglected food that aids metabolism. And if you are experiencing insulin resistance, you better stop using refined table salt and start going for sea salt, because it has a lot of other benefits to benefit the pre-diabetic and the diabetic. And besides, it's a salt that helps to aid metabolism. These are the foods that helps you with insulin resistance. Then chamomile tea is another surprising tea that does that. I just got to know this lately. Chamomile tea is great also for helping you with it. It aids metabolism and helping you. It's a calming tea. Those of you that are having sleep problems, you can occasionally take it. If you have consumed starchy food before going to bed, you can just take it a little to relax and to reduce, the risk of having your blood sugar just spike up at night due to the fact that your metabolism is being slowed down, and so it can give an opportunity for such to happen. But if you occasionally take teas, especially when you have consumed starchy food before going to bed, you can have your chamomile tea. And then another tea that does that, shockingly too, I never knew this, is the mint tea. Mint tea is very, very good for helping you. As a matter of fact, sometimes you can inhale the mint oil. That's what I do sometimes. You just take it from the bottle, essential oil, and inhale it. You notice some calmness. It removes gas and all the stuff that helps to stop, reduce, to help to reinforce the insulin resistance. Then the neem tea, because some people call it dogoyaro, you can boil some neem tea. Occasionally, it helps with fight bacteria, and then because it's bitter, all the bitter foods support your liver, helps you with insulin resistance, helps the stomach to produce digestive juice. It aids digestion. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That the neem tea, if you make tea out of it, is going to help you to reduce the insulin resistance. And then the chia seeds is also another food. Yes, this one is slightly high in calorie. So sometimes if you are dealing with weight gain, or trying to deal with high calorie, or maybe you already had something that is giving you feelings of being too heavy, during those periods, chia seed, though is a great food that lowers blood sugar, deals with insulin resistance, it may not be the best food at that time. The best food will be the one that burns fat outrightly, like some of the ones already mentioned, like the guava leaf tea. So there are different of these herbs for different occasions. So you need to understand the particular occasion so that you can apply the particular one that best suits that particular time. There are times when you don't need calorie at all, and that is exactly when you need to go for the guava leaf tea. The soursop is also great, soursop leaf tea, and then when you need to go for the neem tea and the other foods, you don't need to overdo it. Food is our medicine, but moderation remains our rule. Don't forget to click the subscription button if you love messages such as this. Thank you for watching.